Hello. Today we're gonna pull a sample actually of coolant from a diesel truck. Something I don't do often. I don't get a chance to actually do it, but when I have a chance on something different, I'll do it. So we have this diesel truck. It's a low mileage. I'll show you the mileage. And a lot of people don't even know or aware that you're supposed to change your coolant, and coolant goes bad. People change the coolant when the water pump or thermostat fails or some other engine issues. That's when they start realizing it's time to change. And here's the thing: should you be following factory recommended coolant change intervals? Question is, how often does your owner's manual say you're supposed to change your coolant on your diesel or non-diesel? Do you know? Well, we're gonna do a screenshot and show you for this vehicle from the owner's manual where it says how often you're supposed to be changing. Cap off. If you have a radiator cap, you can put just a radiator cap. It depends on make and model of the vehicle. So let's find out. Does the factory recommend the intervals really best thing for your vehicle or not? Sometimes people go by the smell, color, taste. One sales guy told me people came in and actually when people were buying their vehicles, they were tasting the transmission fluid. People go by taste. I'm not sure how you go by taste. We got what we need. So this is the color. I can't tell by the color. You can't tell by the color if the coolant is still good or not, because color is not an indication. It's the specifications of the coolant that determines if it's still good or not. And of course, we're gonna put the cap back. And as always, I have airplanes flying above my head every time I record. It's either the airplanes or the neighbors mowing the grass. It's either one or the other. That's it. 48. 544. I'm gonna send the sample to the lab and we're gonna find out. At 49,000, is the coolant still good? Can it actually last as the factory says? So the results are back from the lab and I'm gonna share with you guys. But before I share the results, let's look into what does the factory recommends. You know, the service manual, the owner's manual when it comes to coolant interval changes. So first we have, this is for 10 years. This is for the Ram gas models, 25, 35, 45, 55, wherever it comes, you know. I know 35 comes with a 6.4, not sure if 45, maybe they do come. Actually, I think they do come with gas engine 2 option available. So as you can see, 10 years, 100,000 miles for a gas engine. This is what the Ram owner's manual calls it. That you should be changing the coolant. However, can it really last? That's a question you want to ask. And then for the diesel, same thing, but they're interesting. They use a little bit different format. If you notice, they use, instead of years, they use the months. They use 120 months, 150,000, and then it says flush or replace engine coolant and 3 stars. Well, interesting. If we go back to the next page, what does 3 stars means? So what they telling you that changing the coolant is not a simple task. It shouldn't be done on diesel vehicles, on CUMMINS. Should be done by the shop. Why? Well, because not 100% of people, what I've seen on YouTube, do it incorrectly. Absolutely incorrectly, coolant replacement on CUMMINS engines. And that's one of the reasons why there is some issues with those engines, because when you do service incorrectly, well, you expect bad results. So if coolant is good for 100,000, 150,000, 10 years, well, then there should be a warranty on a coolant related components for 100 or 150,000 or 10 years. Well, car manufacturers, truck manufacturers will never give you that warranty. Why? Because they know the coolant is not going to last that long. So for how long can the coolant last? Well, that's where this lab results comes in handy. So we're gonna find out, you know what I mean. Am I surprised? Not really. However, I'm learning something new from this report, So it's right here, 2018 Ram. The sample was pulled last year. 3 years old truck, low mileage, as you have seen it. Now you'll see it more. And coolant's already bad. How can it be possible? Well, this is just a prime example. The car manufacturers recommended intervals does not benefit you as owner. It benefits dealers because they know they'll make more money when stuff breaks down. Because otherwise, if the coolant was good for 100,000, they would give warranty on coolant-related components for 100,000, and they don't. You know what I mean? When you say a fluid is good for so many miles, then there should be a warranty to back it up that fluid will not cause damage to the components. But they will never do this. They will never back it up with a warranty that their fluids are good. In this case, are the coolant. So 6.7, and if you read it here, it's there. The comment says, the coolant's already abnormal. So at 3 years old, you gotta replace. Either replace, or you can, follow their comments, their recommendation or suggestion. They're saying drain the system by 10% and add fresh new coolant. Glucol level is too high. Glucol level is definitely too high. You will see by the numbers themselves. Heat transfer. Some people run straight coolant and they swear by it's the best option for the engine. But these people don't have any proof. And here's the proof. High glucol level prevents engine from operating properly in terms of heat transfer. So there you go, you're going to have problems with the blown head gaskets and other components failing because you're not transferring the heat from the cylinder walls to the coolant because the concentration is not correct. And you can read the rest of the comment yourself. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to show you some of the numbers. 48,000 miles on the truck. You know what I mean? There's contaminants, calcium, magnesium, and so on. Look at the freeze point. Minus 82. That's, if it wasn't even for the comment, this is the red flag right there. Minus 82, there's something wrong with the coolant. But they wrote the glucol level. See, that's something what they can do. They can test and tell you what's in it. And minus 82 is the result of high glucol level. It's too concentrated. Any freeze percent, they're telling you over here that it's, it's already higher than it should be. pH is normal, and total hardness for some reason is on the higher side. So basically, 3 years, 40,000 miles, coolant's bad. When did the coolant went bad? The question is. It's definitely not last minute. Maybe 2 years, maybe at 30,000. Who knows? It's unknown. But the fact is, coolant cannot last 100,000. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to share this video with others.